Nothing ever goes wrong. If you're one of my Manifest Anything students, that's a free video series, I take you on a journey of tapping into the power and showing you how to use it and how to change anything. But today I want to talk to you about an understanding that can bring total peace to you if you are open to looking at it like this, because this is exactly why we're here. I want to share that with you. It's all good, and there's nothing you can't change right now if you desire. I'm going to talk about that right now. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. Everything's blooming here. It's gorgeous and yeah. All right, I want to share something with you. If you are not in my Manifest Anything free video series, go ahead and sign up, or go to landriaonkka.com. You can sign up there or down in the description. Here's what I want to share with you. The 3 steps I take you through. We tap into our power. I teach you how to understand the power, how to use it. The second thing we do is we break through fear. My whole platform is based on breaking through fear, because those fearful thoughts are always creating in the quantum field. And the third thing we do is we activate our magic. We then have an open gateway to do anything we desire. So we know what the power is. We understand how to use it. We stop reacting to the triggers of fear. We recognize them. We don't battle them, but we recognize them. We know where they're coming from. And the third thing is, now what am I going to do with this? And then we get very clear, and then we start to manifest anything. All right, so my website, landriaonkka.com, supplies the tools to manifest anything. So let's talk about what that is. Nothing ever goes wrong. I'm going to give you an example, because this is happening to a lot of you right now. It's actually it's affecting all of us, right? It's actually affecting myself to make different decisions about my life. A lot of it's good, actually all of it's good, and some of it's very uncomfortable, because we're having to make some changes in our lives due to our planetary crisis. This crisis is pushing us to make decisions we would not have made, right? I'll give you an example. A dear friend of mine, very spiritual person, doing all the work, had a thriving business, and got hit with, the whole COVID thing, was an issue. And so she was really struggling to try and figure out how to make things work, because she had to shut her business down for a period of time. It caused her to make some changes in her life. One was to move, to shut down everything she's got and just move, downsize. So what she did is she used it as an opportunity to go to a place that she's always loved, and here in the United States, and packed up everything and went there. She has a place that's probably half the size of what she had, but she doesn't need a lot of space. I've never seen her happier. She's glowing. So I'm going to ask you something. Are you beaming? Are you glowing? Now, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm in love, and then, the next few months you're not beaming anymore. I'm talking about when you go into that space where you're glowing, you've made a decision, you've made a life change. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, it takes some kind of an event or situation to push you into that. I have to tell you, divorce was one of the best things that ever happened to me, and it was nothing traumatic. C'est la vie, have a great life. I would not be sitting here if that had not happened. So changes that appear to be negative really never are. What's happening is we are not here, and those of you who are using my manifesting teachings, I think you understand now, especially if you did break through fear, that everything has deep, deep meaning. We didn't come here just to manifest a perfect life, because I'll guarantee you there isn't one. There isn't a person who has enough money or fame or power or looks. Have you ever noticed that? They always have to have more and more and more, because the ego requires that. So the more you need to be right, the more you need to have the money, the more you're like, and that's your focus, the more you're in your ego, thinking the outside world will make you happy. And the teachings are that the power is within. And this is the first thing I do in my monthly miracle circle. We understand that power, everything's coming from within, and that everything projected out here is for you. It's for you. And so the things that appear to be negative aren't at all. All right? Wow. Something's blooming out there. I don't take any drugs, so, I'm winging it here. All right, yes, I'm going to manifest. So see, I'm a human being that's still in a material world, and so are you. So go easy on yourself. Stuff's going to happen, and it's not by accident. It's not something going wrong. Now, what's happening in every single moment is things are lining up for you to progress to the next thing. So if you lose a relationship or you lose a job, there is something else that's opening up knowledge, information, and spiritual growth for you, but not if you battle it. If you think this is wrong and my life should be just as much money as I can get and just setting myself up to be perfect, that is not the purpose of coming here. Everything that goes to that, and it will happen for you, can have all those things. That journey to get there is the growth. It's the purpose of being here. Never lose sight of that. So I own 3 businesses, all right? And I have to tell you, I go through phases with them. And so I have to learn new things. And sometimes I have to go back to the drawing board and rebrand myself or learn more about marketing and how do I reach my audiences and create more products. Those of you who are in my internet training, you know how this works. What do? This is amazing stuff, and it's very uncomfortable because there's no, oh, I made it and here I am. No one ever gets there. No, not on this planet. And even on the other side, there's constant expansion and growth. Open yourself, accept this, and know that you can glow, you can beam if you flow with what's being presented to you, because it always is taking you to something better. It is. Now, I know a lot of you are leaving really negative relationships. Congratulations. That's really difficult if you are not aligned to take care of yourself. But that is your little teaching, is that this other person is not responsible for your abundance. Nobody else is responsible. We're here to help one another. All right, so when you know this, you start to take responsibility and you get that self-reliance that allows you to help others. But if you're always relying on somebody else and you use it as an excuse, you haven't learned that you are powerful and there's nothing you can't do. And imagine what you can do. You might learn new skills. You might do, I know some of you are. You're doing some amazing stuff out there. Those, my internet training students here, oh my gosh, doing amazing stuff that they never imagined. Opening up huge gateways in very challenging situations and never been happier. How is that possible? There was a mind shift. There was an understanding of what this whole journey is about. A total understanding of what the journey is about. Do you get that? You can beam in the worst of situations because it will free you from that constant chase to make the material world work for you. It doesn't. You're creating it, and there is no material ecstasy place you get to where that's it, you stop. Because ask anybody who has everything, it doesn't give you happiness. It can make you very comfortable, and it's very powerful. With wealth, you could do a lot of really great things, but that's when you beam. It wasn't about me. It's about me sharing this and making a difference for others. And then all of a sudden you go into a different space. That's the spiritual journey. So if you're trying to make your life perfect and you're in my training and you're wondering, like, how do I make all these things show up? You've missed the whole message, and that is all of the learning, the training, the mastering, all these things will take you in a completely different direction than you probably expected. And all those things you desire absolutely can show up. You can live an amazing, abundant, beautiful life, but not if it distracts you from where you're supposed to be. Some of you aren't supposed to be there yet. You haven't learned things. You're still separating yourself from other people. You're still arguing with other people. You're not going into the high frequency. Okay, so, second thing I teach you is we learn how to use the power, but there's a frequency within the power that determines what's going to happen in your life. And we want it to be a high frequency because that is when you beam. And my friend has achieved that. And she's got all kinds of challenges all the time, but she's in a place of knowing that it's all okay. And she is okay now. Again, I've never seen her happier. Who would guess that she would be taken to this place? So many of you can go to that space. If you're not, look at your circumstances and say, what can happen from here? Now, I did a video about solutions, cause and effect. The cause must be the solution, because if you use the solution to your problem, the cause now is a solution that creates a different effect. Do you get that one? If not, come and watch my other videos. Sign up for Manifest Anything. Come over to the Miracle Monthly Miracle Circle. It's under $30 a month, loaded with Master Key System trainings and a free master class. And we go live together. And if you don't meet, or if you're not in the live class, you get the recording. You got to be on this every day, because this is when we do need one another. The N word. We don't need anything. We have everything. But we are everything. You and I are one. So you're not going outside of yourself. You're actually tapping into yourself, another expression of yourself that has all talents, all wisdom, all inspiration. It just appears to be separate. So don't be afraid to go into that space and get the help. Put the pride aside. That's the ego. Does this make sense? Don't be afraid of the journey. The journey is going to take you to amazing places. I want you to glow. I want you to beam. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. My coffee's getting cold. Let me warm it up. Also, please sign up for free videos if you want to transform your life. Here's another thing. Fear and stories and all this stuff. 7 years ago, I made a change in my life. I gave up everything that the material world told me was what I was supposed to be doing. I was an investment banker, very prestigious position. You know what? It was not where I was supposed to be. I went with my intuition. I went into an uncomfortable place. I learned new skills, and I took charge of my life. And you can do that. We have consultants that help you do that. You guys going to Manifest Anything. I have a new series that I'm shooting right now. So if you go in, the videos are different. If you're signed up already, you can unsubscribe, resubscribe, and start in the beginning. You'll see that they're different. And it's got a different look, a different feel. It's more advanced because you're ready for it. You're ready for it. Yeah, let it all go. Let it go. Blah, 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 blah. Let it go. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Okay. Coffee, and I'll be back with more empowerment. Namaste.